certainly isn't really the way I like to win games, but like against teams like that, I like to try to throw that thing inside and just beat them to a pulp physically. But we're really not capable of that yet. So I give our guys credit. I think over the last 2 weeks we've improved. We certainly have a lot of improvement yet that we have to do in order to have success. And we're still not a finished product by any means. Obviously, you could see that Chaz Brown's got a lot of rust and a lot of conditioning to work on. And then Marco as well. He didn't get cleared tonight, but he's close to being able to play. So I think, we're at the point now where we played better. I thought Terrence Smith did a really good job of doing more of what we wanted him to do and just keeping his game simple. And then Mike continues to make shots. And then I've never seen a guy rebound like that. In all the years I've coached, I've never seen a 6'5.5", 6'6" guy rebound like that. That guy's a maniac.
In terms of Taryn, Friday night after the Pitt game, kind of said guys aren't shooting a high percentage. They'll generally regress to that percentage, but these last couple games, he's making them. Can you sort of tell why that is with him?
He went about 0 for 11 from the 3 line, and people just backed up off of him completely, and he started taking good shots. If he takes good shots, he'll make, and if he takes bad shots, he won't make. Anything contested, he's not going to make, but he's going to make open shots. So now, if you have to cover him a little bit, he's a jet to the rim. He's got a chance to have success. When he tries to create too much and do too much, he's not very good. He needs to base his game at the defensive end and shooting open shots and getting more people involved. I thought he did a better job passing the ball the last couple of games, although he had no assists tonight. I thought he did a better job.
Offensively, making the calls, how do you think the team has progressed this season, maybe versus what your expectation was in that going in?
We're better defensively. I thought we played a really good first half defensively, and I thought we were just average the second half. Like, didn't have much, it looked typical to me, right? But they practice better. They're trying to do what we want them to do. I feel like it's still beginning of the season for us because we've had to go backwards to go forward. We've had to, like those Kellen and Chaz, they don't know any of the stuff we're running, so they're messing up every other play, really. Kellen not as much as Chaz, and so we've got to get better at just our knowledge and our system knowledge, which is typical in the first year. We have to do better. So I think that's probably the biggest thing we continue to work on. Now, we haven't had much practice time, so after we get through this little stretch of games, then we can get a little more practice in.
Eric was talking about that you were getting on him on the defensive end of the ball. You were marking him with their best player. Just what was the nature of those conversations and how he responded to this?
I like playing bigger guys on smaller guards because I think it's a little harder to score over. And in the first half, he did a really good job of making it difficult for him. I thought he was a little passive in the second half. I think sometimes when you back, like, even when they play LeBron, I use him as an example again. When they play LeBron and they back off of him, like that gives him a lot of space to go where he wants to go, right? Like you back up, he's just going to go by you anyway. So I thought he got a little bit passive and allowed the guy to get going a little bit. Now that guy's going to be their all-time leading scorer. He's a good player, but we have to do better. And again, it's a good challenge for him. That's an area on the ball he has to improve. He's much better off the ball than he is on the ball.
Speaking of Eric, you mentioned how he's just a maniac rebounding the ball. I think the only other freshmen who are doing what he's doing right now are like Bagley, Ayton, Bump, like in terms of just the numbers. What is it that, is the ball just find him, or is he just that brings it like that every night?
No, I just think he finds it. Like, if you think about it, we played 7 games. He's never had less than 8. Like, my theory on rebounding is if they rebound in high school, they generally rebound in college. And if they don't rebound in high school, they don't rebound in college. And obviously this guy, well, first off, on offense, he goes after every one of them. And he's just a long, quick jumping guy. He gets to him. He just goes after it. Like, again, I've never had a small forward rebound 16. That's a lot.
Lineup-wise, this is the 3rd straight game you've gone with this lineup after tinkering. Why that decision, and what do you think about those 5 in particular lets you start the game with them?
Well, we've tried to play that lineup, but Titus fouls so much we can't keep him in the damn game. just felt like, look, it's a little better defensively, a little bigger, stronger. We're not gonna get bullied. It's a little raw offensively, obviously. And then I like Kellen Taylor off the bench. He's a prototypical bench player. He makes very few mistakes. He brings energy. He's very strong. And then I like Terrence some off the bench too, because he brings some juice and some quickness as well. And then Jordan off the bench. It looks like Jordan's played better off the bench. Again, I go back to him not being used to playing, let alone, starting. So I feel like he's just relaxed a little bit better off the bench. So that's the rationale. I don't know if it's right or not, but it'll probably change again.